what do you know about the prequel trilogy as opposed to the original trilogy that we just watched?
I know that it came out a bit later. I'm familiar with some differences in terms of content, but not really much at all. I just know it's a distinct thing that came out after, in terms of like release dates, like in our world, but in this universe, it's the prequel, so it comes before. But that's pretty much all I'm working with. I'm excited to see how the technological advancements in the time that has passed will influence the way that special effects are done and things like that, but going into it without much knowledge.
For many people of my generation, this was the first Star Wars anything we experienced, because we were either not yet born or way too young when the original movies came out, and we were either in our teens or young adults when these came out. So for a lot of people of my generation, this was our first ever introduction to Star Wars, unless of course we had watched it on like VHS if our parents had it or whatever. So for a lot of people, these movies hold a special place because it's the first Star Wars they ever experienced. So that's pretty much all I had to say. So do you want to get started?
Yeah.
All right, let's get started. I always miss it. So we're starting with taxes.
Yeah.
How do you think this trade viceroy will deal with the Chancellor's demands?
These Federation types are cowards. The negotiations will be short.
Are you brain dead? I'm not going in there with 2 Jedi. Send it dry.
Droid's like, what do I do?
Yeah, why me?
Begin landing your troops.
Is that legal?
I will make it legal.
And the Jedi?
Kill them immediately.
Uh-oh.
How does he know what gas it is?
With the Force.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know.
Excuse me. Check it out, Corporal. We'll cover you. Roger, roger.
Roger, roger.
Roger, roger.
Look what's happening over here.
Oh my gosh. She found a toy.
Master, destroyer!
Oh wow.
Stand off. Let's go.
Huh. That's neat.
Yeah, I guess they have Force jetpack power. I don't know.
You were right about one thing, Master. The negotiations were short.
I have assurances from the Chancellor. His ambassadors did it right. They would negotiate.
Communications disruption can mean only one thing: invasion.
Or maybe a satellite broke.
Yeah, right. There could be like technical difficulties.
Almost got us killed. Are you brainless?
I speak.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
I guess he has watched C-SPAN before.
Excuse me, but
Excuse me.
They just carry those around.
Yep, just in case.
Okie day?
Okie day.
Have you seen this guy before?
I've definitely seen this guy before. And he's goofier than I anticipated.
Or do you think it could be a Yoda situation to where he's pretending to be goofy?
Maybe. But he seems like too outwardly goofy almost. I don't know. Maybe he will have that quality. Let's see.
So I'll have to find out.
Uh-huh. Oh my gosh, there's many of them. I like the fins on the back of the ship. That's super cool.
Yeah, I think something is about to eat them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. An even bigger fish. There's always a bigger fish.
There's always a bigger fish.
Yeah.
Relax.
Bet you Jacques Cousteau would have loved to visit that planet.
Oh, yeah. Lots of cool pictures you could take down there.
The Queen and I will sign a treaty. I have assurances it will be ratified by the Senate.
I was once catfished with somebody on a dating site who looked like Queen Amidala in the pictures, but really like the Viceroy in real life.
Oh, no. See, he's like a silly character, but he's like verging on too goofy for me.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think, because you asked about Yoda earlier, Yoda has the balance for me of like, oh yeah, he's like silly, but we know he has like this importance.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Jar Jar Binks is like annoyingly goofy with no redeeming factor, you know? Hopefully he comes around and like shows there's like some quality to his character. But otherwise he's just like making silly quips the whole time.
The hyperdrive is leaking. We'll have to land somewhere.
Tatooine.
It's controlled by the Hutts.
You think we're gonna get to see Jabba or some other Hutt?
I would be excited to see Jabba and other Hutts if possible.
This is my apprentice, Darth Maul.
I've heard of him.
He will find your lost ship.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them.
You deal with the devil, you have to live with the consequences.
Yeah.
Well put together little droid, Your Highness. Without a doubt, it saved the ship.
These costumes here for these people, I forget what they're called, like their race or their planet, but
Naboo.
yeah, they remind me of the way people are portrayed in Dune a little bit, in the David Lynch one.
Like the 80s Dune?
Yeah. I haven't seen the new one.
Mr. Jar Jar Binks.
How'd you end up here with us?
Mr. Day starting pretty oaky day with the brisky morning munchin' and pow! Mr.
Be wary. I sense a disturbance in the Force.
I feel it also, Master.
Don't let them send any transmissions.
The sense of disturbance in the forest just means the vibes feel off. Something is off.
This is very, very bad. Oh!
I need parts for a J-type 327 Nubian.
Nubian! We have lots of that.
What a gross creature.
Don't touch anything.
They went all out on him.
They did. They really went a little heavy-handed here.
Are you an angel? They're the most beautiful creatures in the universe.
You're a funny little boy. You're a slave?
I'm a person, and my name is Anakin.
Aw.
Hit the nose!
Aw, baby Anakin.
Republic credits are no good out here. I need something more real.
Credits will do fine.
No, they won't.
Credits will do fine.
No, they won't. No money, no parts, no deal.
Why does these pants have an opening like right in his butt?
I don't know. I didn't notice that. Don't touch anything. His hands are all over everything. Yeah, they just make him like as goofy as possible in every instance.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, you're causing all these problems, Jar Jar.
Let's go, Saboba. Your buddy here was about to be turned into orange goo.
I think being turned into an orange goo would have been a positive turn in this movie.
Yeah, honestly. And that guy still didn't get money for
With the
his
frog.
thing. Yeah, his little food item.
These are my friends, Mom.
Hi, girl.
I'm building a droid. You want to see? Isn't he great? I'm not finished yet.
I don't believe we have been introduced.
Oh, I get to see his like origins.
I am C-3PO human cyborg relations.
The backstory I truly care about.
Move against the Jedi first.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
So is Darth a title for his apprentices or something? Because there's Darth Maul and Darth Vader.
I would assume so. I think that every one of those like evil Jedi is Darth something.
Okay.
Don't do that again.
Yeah, super overstated with his character. I find him annoying.
I had a dream I was a Jedi. I came back here and freed all the slaves. Have you come to free us?
No, I'm afraid not.
I think you have. Why else would you be here?
Actually, I would like to see that movie. Them coming and freeing the slaves.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
There's a big race tomorrow on Boonta Eve. You could enter my pod. The prize money would more than pay for the parts they need.
If you win.
Yeah, right?
Mom, you say the biggest problem in this universe is nobody helps each other.
I may not like it, but he was meant to help you.
Kind of a big deal. offering your son up like that.
Yeah.
But
My ship will be the entry fee.
Oh, not bad, not bad. He smashed up on my pod in the last race.
they give him like this stubble and everything too, and his chin flaps around and he talks. He's so grotesque.
You supply the pod, the entry fee. I supply the boy. We split the winnings.
I suggest you front the cash for the entry. You keep all the winnings minus the cost of the parts I need. And if we lose,
Yeah, what's the hole for?
Maybe he's a tail we don't see?
I was looking to see if he had a tail, but I don't see one.
We could be stuck here a very long time.
well, it's too dangerous to call for help. A ship without a power supply isn't going to get us anywhere.
So try one of the other dealers.
The Force is unusually strong with him. Who was his father?
There was no father. I carried him, I gave birth, I raised him. I can't explain what happened.
So either he's a space Jesus,
Yeah, right.
or she has monitor lizard DNA.
Yeah, he's like, it's the Immaculate Conception.
Mm-hmm.
Annie, I'm not gonna tell you again.
You have a big day tomorrow. Sleep well, Annie.
Even if, as slaves, they at least have their own homes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not so bad. Could be a lot worse.
Even most Toyota doesn't have a midichlorian count that high.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure.
I preferred when the Force was just magic.
Now it's like quantifiable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you'll do it this time.
Do what?
Finish the race, of course.
You've never won a race?
Well, not exactly.
Not even finished?
But I will this time.
She's like, great. Now we're putting our faith into this kid's hands. Our fate into this kid's hands. And like the two-headed creature as the sports commentator. That's good.
Uh-huh.
Be safe.
I will not. I promise.
So do you think Space Jesus will win?
I hope Space Jesus wins. It's also possible that they're setting it up so I like expect that Space Jesus will win, and then it's gonna be like some turn where he doesn't, and then he has to like, you have to find some other way to get the parts that they need or something.
More sensible plan of going to a different dealer.
Yeah, right. Instead of like I don't know, putting this little boy's life at risk and stuff.
That his like wife?
Maybe.
You Jedi are far too reckless. The Queen is not.
Queen trusts my judgment, young handmaiden. You should too.
You assume too much.
Ooh.
Oh man. I was doing a pretty good job catching up with everybody though.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Oh my god. Oh, the sand people. That's an extra obstacle.
Yeah.
People shooting at you?
That's really a lot of fun for them.
Yeah, right. Just people flying by.
Oh.
Ooh, there goes Quadranero's power coupling.
He looks like there was a commercial about mucus, and he looks like the mucus.
The
in
Mucinex guy. Yes, he does. He's like, get out of here.
Mm.
A third of the contestants already died.
Mm-hmm.
He's your only son, and he doesn't have a father. He's Space Jesus, and he has like special powers. Would not let him do this.
Skywalker's spinning out of control.
I don't know how she can even stand to watch. Man, he's able to correct
Yeah.
while driving. Go, little dude.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh.
Another one bites dust. Quite
Yeah.
literally.
That's gotta hurt. Sebulba's in the lead, followed closely by Skywalker.
Go on, Skywalker. Get him.
They're side by side.
Skywalker's mom has a cool case for her iPad.
Yeah, she does. Cool, like, steampunk case, you know?
Ooh.
Check it out.
I bet you said a bad word.
He definitely said a space bad word.
I've been free, and I'm going his starship.
Prefer it if I were a little more complete.
Yeah. Give him his shell. His exoskeleton.
You've been a great pal. I'll make sure Mom doesn't sell you or anything.
Sell me?
Bye.
He deserves so much more.
I can't do it, Mom. I just can't do it. Will I ever see you again?
What does your heart tell you?
I guess.
Aw.
That we'll see each other again.
I will come back and free you, Mom.
Like how they go into the Jedi theme music at that moment.
Yeah.
Has this guy just been standing in the desert the whole time?
Just lurking in the desert, yeah.
Hang on, sir. Wait, I'm tired.
Anakin, drop!
Just prepared for combat at any moment.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess maybe as a Jedi you have to.
Mm-hmm. Or you can like sense when someone's coming for you, maybe.
Well, he didn't.
Your queen is lost.
Oh, those leg thingies are weird on that chair.
I made this for you, so you'd remember me.
I don't need this to remember you by.
I care for you too.
Who's your mother?
I think she's gonna be like a mom to him.
Yeah, seems like it. Some sort of maternal figure now that he doesn't have his mom.
Car accidents there must be very exciting.
Floating around in the air, end up spinning around and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The queens are being grossly nice, Missy Tinks.
This strange, like, warthog creature in the front.
I think he looks like the Beast from Beauty and Beast.
He kind of does, doesn't he?
The Republic is not what it once was. The Senate is full of greedy, squabbling delegates.
Sounds like the Senate on our planet too.
Oh, that's a cool costume. Imagine all the time it takes to get ready.
I guess that's why she has all those handmaidens with her.
Yeah, right?
You refer to the prophecy of the one who will bring balance to the Force. You believe it's this boy?
Finding him was the will of the Force.
So Space Jesus is going to fulfill the prophecy.
Bring him before us then.
Samuel Jackson's attitude is like, yeah, just get this Jesus stuff over with.
Yep, let me see him. You really think he's going to do that?
Boys here to see Padme.
I'm on my way to the Jedi Temple, so I came to say goodbye.
We will tell her for you.
Isn't that her? Isn't that Padme?
No, Padme was like the handmaiden.
Yeah, Natalie Portman?
Yes, that's the Queen, Keira Knightley.
Oh, they look so similar. That's why I couldn't tell. Okay. I was like, I thought that was the same actress.
To state our allegations, I present Queen Amidala.
What is this?
That's their Senate.
It's so odd. Imagine trying to negotiate in these like floating pods. It would make me dizzy.
Force is strong with him.
He will not be trained. He's too old.
He is the chosen one. You must see it.
Why are you having this conversation in front of the boy?
Yeah, I feel like that would alter the course of his development, maybe, if he hears, like, you're the chosen one.
Obi-Wan is ready. There is little more he can learn from me.
In the middle trilogy, Obi-Wan said Yoda trained him.
Maybe he, like, partially trained him or something, and now he's, like, an apprentice to Qui-Gon or something, I don't know.
Or maybe they just made a mistake when writing the script. They didn't care.
That's also possible.
I'm sending my apprentice, Darth Maul, to join you.
Who do you think is under their hood?
Isn't that Palpatine from before? Like, in the original 3? Wasn't that the one that talked to, like, Darth Vader and stuff? So wouldn't that be the guy that's been, like, talking to Padme or whatever? The Keira Knightley one?
Jar Jar is on his way to the Gungan City, Master.
Oh, good. He's gone for a little bit.
I'm sorry for my behavior, Master. It's not my place to disagree with you about the boy.
You've been a good apprentice, Obi-Wan. And you're a much wiser man than I am.
If he's a much wiser man than you are, what? Don't you listen to him about the boy?
Mm-hmm. He's just saying this to flatter him or something, but I don't know.
When in trouble, Gungans go to sacred place.
I thought he was going to be gone for a bit longer than that. And about 30 seconds free of Jar Jar Binks.
I'm Queen Amidala of the Naboo. I come before you in peace.
You shall all bombard.
As we wish to form an alliance. Your Honor, I am Queen Amidala.
Ah.
This is my decoy.
Ah. I see.
Lord Maul, be mindful. Let them make the first move.
Such an intimidating look.
Mm-hmm.
The battle is a diversion. We can enter the city using the
the waterfall side. We can enter the palace and capture the Viceroy. We will send what pilots we have to knock out the droid control ship orbiting the planet.
Well-conceived plan.
Seems like an overly complicated plot.
Oh, absolutely.
We are sending all troops to meet this army appears to be made up of primitives.
Little crab claws like moving around on the ground. Also, to carry a hologram, is that necessary? It could just like float across the floor.
Yeah, and why not just have like somebody hold that hologram projection in hand
just,
or
like,
something?
Press the button and walk around with it or something.
Once we get inside, you find a safe place to hide and stay there.
Roger, Roger. Thinking about the difficulty of being in like a shootout situation with that giant headdress that she has on, I feel like that's a hazard.
That's also a target.
Uh-huh. Well, then it just makes the target for your head so much bigger. They're like, yeah, aim towards that giant thing. Oh my gosh.
That's a lot of Roger robots.
Yeah, and just a whole fleet of them. Of course, they have these goofy, like, weapons as well. Like, yeah, make it like this big blue ball thing. Very insect-like, the way they all move out and everything.
Mm-hmm. I think that's on purpose.
Yeah.
Hey, wait for me!
Stay in that cockpit.
There he is. You know it's serious when the robes get removed.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got this double-sided one.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive if it takes two of them against him, you know?
Wrong one. Maybe this one. Wait, here it is.
No. Yeah, there's an open combat situation where they just fiddle around with these buttons now.
They're in the palace. What is this room?
The room that's made for these scenes where there's always the chance to fall to your death.
Yeah. Somebody made an edit of the movie without Jar Jar in it.
Oh, wow. I wonder how much shorter it was, too, because I feel like there's so much filler of just him doing stupid stuff. That person is a hero. They should be awarded, like, some honorary degree or, like, something like that.
They had Batman hooks with them?
Mm-hmm. Interesting costumes. They look kind of, like, Renaissance inspired or something with, like, all the pleating and stuff.
Mm-hmm. In the Star Wars universe, there are all kinds of technologies, like the lightsabers, lasers, etc. But they have not come up with the technology for railings.
Yeah, there's not even like a little like force field along the side or something. They like to live dangerously. Mm-hmm. The hazard pay as a maintenance worker for that room is really high. Retreat, retreat. Oh, you're so smart, Jar Jar Binks. You should totally be the general.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I hope he gets. I hope he gets run over by all of this. It just feels like that, like base level, like Tom and Jerry type, like body humor, kind of like slapstick comedy, whatever thing, where it's just like, oh, watch him like in all this like. All these shenanigans, these headwinks he's in, and it just, I don't know, it seems gimmicky and, like, it does a disservice to the movie. A nice classic R2-D2 scream. It's an integral part. Uh-oh. The hate of the dark side is stored in those horns on his head. Those menacing horns. I bet that choreography was so cool to like practice and
probably took months to choreograph this.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. There was one thing for you to grab onto right there. If you fell like a foot to the left, you wouldn't have been able to grab anything.
Take this!
Oh my gosh. Now he's causing all this destruction. Unsupervised child. Yes, yes. Nice work. Yes, dramatic fall. Good.
He is the chosen one. Train him.
Train him. He will be the chosen one.
The chosen one, the boy may be.
There's something uncanny about Yoda being CGI.
I was gonna say I like the original Yoda better than this one. Something charming about him, like, actually moving as this little creature.
Your apprentice, Skywalker, will be.
Nice.
There's no doubt the mysterious warrior was a Sith.
Always two there are. A master and an apprentice.
But which was destroyed?
They just had to lay on another layer of the goofiness. They're like, here's a kind of serious scene. Throw in some more stupid Jar Jar Binks phrase. What is it? Gungans? Gungans, yeah. Like, it just becomes, like, embarrassing at a certain point.
And whatever that thing is.
Yeah, he's like a half Yoda creature. Semi-Yoda creature. I have to say, like, relative to the original trilogy, like, I'm kind of disappointed with this one. And, like, seeing Rogue One also. I thought I would be, like, more unhappy with, like, Disney era, like, just because I'm, like, I don't know, I'm, like, a weird, like, I'm not, like, anti-Disney, but I'm kind of, like, anti, like, the infantilization of stuff where it's, like, everything is, like, owned by Disney and everything's, like, a kid's movie now and stuff. So I thought it would kind of have that quality, but it didn't. It was, like, very adult and had, like, dramatic aspects that were, like, relatable. I felt like this was, like, very gimmicky and, like, while they're, like, it was hard for me to, like, stay focused on the parts that, like, were, like, plot points that I would enjoy or, like, it was hard to be, like, connected to any of, like, the serious qualities of things that were, like, things to be invested in or have stake in the story, because it was just punctuated with so much, like, silliness of Jar Jar, and that it was, like, honestly distracting, and I was, like, kind of disappointed, really, with it. There are, like, you know, there are parts of it that are, like, cool and, like, worth, like, pursuing into the next one, and hopefully they, like, tone it down with the Jar Jar and stuff like that, or, like, an analogous creature, but, yeah, I was not very impressed with that. So, like, I can watch it and just, like, make fun of Jar Jar Binks, I guess, the whole time. But I honestly want to see the version without him in it that you mentioned, because, like, I think I could actually focus on the story more and, like, have more concern for, like, yeah, what to be invested in without him, like, getting his foot stuck in a stirrup every 30 seconds.
At the time, I knew at least one person who was a big Star Wars fan. And I wasn't at the time. I really didn't really know what Star Wars was. So it was this meant nothing to me. At the time, I became a Star Wars fan when I grew up. But at the time, I knew at least one person who literally walked out of the theater sobbing of, like, the amount of disappointment of seeing this movie. Like, just completely losing it of how disappointing this was.
I'm not surprised. And I can imagine that there's, like, kind of, like, there's, like, return to Star Wars that, like, can be appreciated much more, and now I'm like filling in my, like, knowledge of this, like, franchise now, because I've just, like, seen it from the outside, like, how people respond to it, and I'm like, oh, everyone's getting all excited about Star Wars again now. There's, like, all these movies, like, I mean, it's, like, always been there, but there's been, like, this massive resurgence, and I'm like, why is everyone so excited? Like, it seems like, you know, juvenile or something, but I can see how, like, if the original trilogy was that good, and then there was, like, this, I hate to say it, but kind of, like, bastardization of it, like, with this, and then, and this isn't to speak for, like, the rest of the prequels, I don't know, because I haven't seen the other two yet, but, like, then if, like, new stuff came out that was, like, actually good, I can see why people are like, oh, good, like, there's actually, like, some care for this story, and, like, you know, making it not, like, a mockery of itself, but, like, treating it as an actual, like, crafted story. Like, I can appreciate that.
So, folks, thank you so much for being here, and we look forward to seeing you on the next Star Wars video, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you later.